guys, Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for the Amazing Spider-Man issue 699, and before I start this review, just want to give you guys a little update. I have two reviews that I usually do on Comic Uno that I did on Dark Avenger Inc. this week, which was Earth 2 issue 7 and Smallville season 11 issue 8. And actually Smallville season 11 was my pick of the week, so it'll be featured on my channel. And if you want to go check out Earth 2 and Smallville season 11, go to Dark Avenger Inc. in the description below. Then we go check out those reviews. Let's talk about the Amazing Spider-Man issue 699. This cover was awesome. I love the green, love the blue. We get, Dr. Octopus, which is, definitely a big thing since last issue. I love the art. Just very simple, but I think it was pretty good. So I enjoyed this cover. Let's see if I like this issue. So, in this issue, we get to see Dr. Octopus is dying, or he's gonna die soon, and what we found out in the last issue, which was the big shocker, was Peter is in Dr. Octopus's body. So Dr. Octopus has taken over Peter's body, and Peter is just trying to figure out how the hell has this happened. So he searches in Otto's brain, and he finds out that during the Hobgoblin fight, he used one of his Octbots and had taken control of Peter's brain, and that's how Peter ended up in Dr. Octopus's body. We also get to see that Lizard is, which we found out, I think, in the last Lizard story arc, just Peter is finding this out now, that Connor is actually in Lizard's body, but he hasn't said anything because he believes that he should be punished because of what Lizard has done. So Spider-Man's feeling really guilty right now because he knows that, well, Peter is feeling really guilty right now because he knows that Connor didn't do this. This was the Lizard, so he doesn't really know what to do with this because the Lizard won't tell anybody else. He only told Dr. Octopus because he is dying. So we get to see actually a lot in this issue that he keeps dying, keeps giving out. He calls actually these three supervillains: Hydro Man, which kind of looked like Peter for a second, and if you saw a couple, maybe a couple five issues ago, where Madam Web gets her vision, we get to see Hydro Man, and everyone thought, oh, Peter is going to turn into water, what? And we finally see that scene that that Madam Web has seen, and it ends up just being Hydro Man that looks exactly like Peter because of the art. So that was kind of disappointing, because it's like, oh, Peter's going to turn into his water person somehow, but really it's just Hydro Man that looks exactly like Peter Parker because of art. We also get like these Scorpion and this other villain who is like kind of that D-list villain, and like Peter's like, really, this is the guy who's gonna save me? Great. And these three are just trying to figure out how they're gonna make the Sinister Six, and Peter's just trying to figure out how am I gonna escape this, that way I could fight Dr. Octopus. And that's what happens in this issue. We get to see those villains try to make Peter escape. And then Dr. Octopus, Peter says, find Spider-Man. That's what I want you to do. I'll give you money. I'll give you anything you want. Just find Spider-Man. And they're like, okay, cool. So they're going to try to find Spider-Man, and, Peter's like, hey, find him alive. So that way Peter and Dr. Octopus could defeat, well, I guess Peter and Dr. Octopus could go, Peter and Otto could go fight each other, and that'll be issue 700, or they have 699.1 coming up, and they have 15.1 of Avenging Spider-Man, so there's still technically 3 issues left of this story, but 700 is obviously going to be the big one. I'm hoping to review that on the Wednesday, like I did with issue 698, but depending on my schedule, but I'm really hoping to review that, because I'm very excited for issue 700, but very upset also, because we know someone's going to become the new Spider-Man. I don't think Otto's going to be the person. So I think it's going to be someone else. Either Peter's going to say, hey, you do it, or someone just going to take over the mantle somehow. And I'm very excited to see how that's going to happen. I think issue 700 is going to be groundbreaking, very good issue. And I believe in Dan Slott. With this issue, I thought it was a good issue. We finally find out that Peter was Peter pretty much for the whole Amazing Spider-Man run. Or at least, the whole... Because a lot of people are like, oh, how about if Otto's taken over his body in Spider Island? How about if he did it during Ends of the Earth? Maybe we haven't been seeing Peter for a while, and a lot of people were worried about that. But really, we haven't really skipped a beat. Hobgoblin was the last story arc, and that's when he was taking over. So we've been seeing Peter for pretty much the whole time, except 698. So I'm happy about that, and I think a lot of people are stressing over that, and I'm happy it's pretty much been Peter the whole time. So I'm happy we actually found that out now throughout this issue. And I had a feeling we were going to find that out anyways, because that was the big cliffhanger. It's like, when did this happen? What? And you know, everyone's freaking out during this. And I was pretty sure that it probably happened during the Hobgoblin thing, so I wasn't really worried that it was Otto this whole time. But I wasn't really surprised by that, but I'm happy they kind of confirmed it in this issue. This issue is more of a point A to point B type of issue, where things happen, but nothing really exciting happens. It's like you need this issue for where you want to go, and I understand why they did this issue. I just thought it was a solid issue, nothing amazing for, you know, the second last issue technically for the Amazing Spider-Man, but I just think it's one of those issues you kind of need. It's like, we need to tell you what Otto's doing. We need to tell you what Peter feels about this. We need to tell you all these, you know, Sinister Six is being made again and again and again, and how Otto escapes, and how, you know, how actually Peter escapes, and how all this is going to work for issue 700. It's more like planting the seeds than anything with this issue. So that's why I'm going to give it 4 stars. I thought it was pretty solid. Nothing amazing, but you need this issue for a really amazing ending. And I trust Dan Slott. Very excited for issue 700. And the 2-issue .1, 699.1 I think is actually coming out next week, or maybe the week after. And then the end of the month, issue 700 is coming out, and issue 15.1. So very excited for that, to see what happens, how who's going to be the new Spider-Man, and how everything's going to go down. So definitely excited. Amazing Spider-Man is one of my favorite series, and Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters, so excited to see how this all ends. And as I picked this up, I give it 4 stars. It was a good issue, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Ren situations. And guys, don't forget to pick this issue up. I give it 4 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye.